Hello. OMG, hi. Boy, am I glad to be back. I'm back with my cat. Hi. Hi. Back in the warm. I had I definitely had some kind of vacation, that's for sure. I'm not dead. I definitely was in a different country. Yeah, I didn't get anything stolen from me. I didn't get hurt. But I'll tell you guys all about it today. I'm a little warm. So, 1 second. Okay. OMG, hi again. I got warm, so I needed to go turn the heat off. I turned the heat all the way up to like... I know this is gonna sound fucked up to a lot of you, but... I turned the heat up all the way to like 75. Cause I was really cold. I was really cold. So here I am. Yeah, Jack the Ripper. Jack the Ripper. I gotta learn a lot about London in such a short period of time, I think. And I'm really excited to retell my tales to those of you guys who may have never been there. And also tell everybody what it's like to go. Like everybody who lives there. I want you to know what it's like to go as an American. It's, you know, there's goods and bads. I suppose. You know, it's a little bit suspicious when I tweet out, I'm like, I'm on vacation. I'm in London. And everybody from London is saying, yeah, well, why would you come here? Why would you come here for vacation? Stuff like that, stuff like good luck. Stuff like, you know, stuff around that. And you know, the worst parts probably aren't the things you guys would expect. At least they weren't what I was expecting. So it might be fun to talk about. And if any of you guys have ever been, I really want to know about it too, because what an odd place, really. What an odd place. Yeah, odd in the fun way? A little bit, yeah. A little bit odd in the fun way. But a little bit odd in the I never want to be here again kind of way. So... yeah, let me get on the screen really quickly. Aboo! Boo! There's still a pee on my screen. Who peed on my screen? Yeah, hi everybody. I'm back. Princess is back from the United Kingdom. I went there for Christmas. It's a place my mom always wanted to go. And I was honestly kind of interested in going too because I really like afternoon tea and I like desserts. And it's like the one thing that the United Kingdom for me has to offer is like little sweets. Right. Yeah. And that was really cool. That was cool. Because, I mean, yeah, sure, I could have afternoon tea in the United States, but it really isn't the same. Yeah, I mean, because they have a, you know, there's not as many places to go get afternoon tea in the United States. For sure. Yeah. So you gotta try all the foods? No. No, I didn't get to try all the British foods I wanted to. But honestly, I ate a lot more British foods than I should have. To say the least, one thing that's gonna be an overarching theme is every time I got a meal, and I really thought people were over-exaggerating when they said this, but every time I got a meal, I would eat like 2 to 3 bites of it before I would get tired of eating it. I was eating so little and walking so much in the past 5 days that as soon as I set foot into an airport in the United States of America, I fucking pigged out. I was so hungry. Like... I really thought that people were over-exaggerating. I really did. There's some... I went to a couple of decent places. One of the places I went to, it was a... You know, all of the good foods that I ate in the United Kingdom were not British. I went to a decent Korean restaurant. And I went to a really, really good Georgian restaurant. And those were the 2 best things I had. Aside from, like, afternoon tea. Now, but the problem with the Korean restaurant is, you know, I thought I didn't have a spice tolerance. I was, like, looking at the menu, there's, like, kimchi soup, right? And it said, like, it has, like, the caution on it. Like, it has a red pepper next to it. It's like, be careful, because it's spicy. And I got it. And there wasn't an ounce of spice in kimchi soup. And I'm white! I'm white. And it tasted like tomato. It tasted like tomatoes. I couldn't believe it. I was genuinely shocked by it. But are you British? No, I'm not British. I I really thought people were over-exaggerating about the food in the UK. It was just like shocking me every single time. Every time I ate something, it was like a wow. That is not what I was expecting. Yeah. I had some typical English food. I tried a bite of a sausage roll. It was fine. I had a Sunday roast. It was fine. I had a couple of different toast variants. They were okay. I had the worst bagel in my life. Like, literally, I didn't even know that you could make a bagel bad, but I had the worst bagel I ever ate. I had fish and chips, and I think one of the hardest things to swallow about this trip was I was excited to try fish and chips, and it was not as good as I had hoped, because I had had better fish and chips in the United States. It was so crispy. It was so crispy, but the fish tasted so bad. And I don't know why. It was like slimy and super fishy. And the only thing I could think was, how are you an island nation and anywhere in this country can't supply good fish? I couldn't believe it. I really couldn't. I probably went to, like... I went to, like, a popular place in, like, one of the popular markets. And so, maybe my hopes were quite high, too. Like, one of those places you gotta wait in a line for. And everyone's like, so yummy. And so I was like, oh, okay, so yummy. And then I got it, and I was like, wow. And I unfortunately, I did waste my food. I wasted a lot of food. I feel quite bad about it. Yeah, I don't know. It was, and I think one thing that was especially sad, I tried a Scotch egg after that because I was like, I'm still hungry. I've always wanted to try a Scotch egg. And it wasn't very good. And then I had this, like, I remember a while back. I saw these videos. It was for this bakery. I mean, it's so famous that if you've been to London or, like, been to Borough Market, you might have heard of it. But there's a bakery there. It's called Bread Ahead. And they have a famous, like, creme brulee donut. It's, like, brulee on the top and has cream in it. And it's sugary and it looks so good. And it's only okay. It was like the one thing I was super excited for. I was like, oh yeah. Oh, that looks so good. That looks so good. And it wasn't warm. It was sitting out in the cold all day. And there wasn't a whole lot of vanilla flavor at all. And it was expensive. Everything in London is expensive! It's expensive! Everything! Yeah. But there are good things. MARIMARI is expensive. No, you don't understand. The American dollar. Like, when you go to a place like Japan, you're like, oh my god, everything's so cheap. Blah, 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 blah. But your American dollar in Europe and in the UK, you got the euro, you got the Great British Pound, you're nothing. You are nothing. Yeah. But I mean, I'm yammering a lot, like there weren't good things. There were good things. There really were. I'm just getting all it out of the way. Also, I streamed. Some of you may have not noticed, but I streamed on the first day of my trip. I streamed on the first day of my trip. It was a very short stream. It was very, like, you know, I just want to put this out there. It was short. I wasn't loud. I was figuring out tech stuff. And, you know, I ended like 50 minutes. After 50 minutes. And, then I took a little nap because it was like 7 a.m. And I went out because I wanted to go get breakfast. I was talking about it on stream. I was like, I want to go get like an English breakfast. And on my door, somebody had taped like a lined paper from a notebook telling me I was being way too loud. But I know I wasn't. I usually am. But I was not. I made sure of it. I made sure of it. And you know what? It was like... Anyways. I wasn't. I swear to God, I wasn't even that loud. And so I was like, fuck. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Hey, Biscotti, what are you doing? So I got a very passive-aggressive noise complaint from one of the people that was staying nearby. And so I started my trip off kind of bumpy. I was like, dang. Okay. And I didn't even end up getting like a full English breakfast. I don't really remember what happened. It was just like, I don't know, I found something in the area or whatever. I just went to like a coffee shop because I was like super hungry. And it was just like such a strange experience. And it was like, obviously because it was in the middle of winter, it was also really cold. So I couldn't walk around and explore as much as I had hoped. I was like super freezing because the wind. the wind, it was like permeating my layers. And so it was a bit hard for me to like get around comfortably and want to keep doing stuff. And I'm gonna sound old when I say this, but I just have I have a really bad back problem. So after walking all day in the cold, by the end of the day, it hurt so bad. So I was like, by the time I'd get back to my hotel, I would be so drained. I would like come back at 5 p.m. and I'd be like, oh, I can't do it. And I'd lay on the floor and I'd knock out until like 9 p.m. And then I'd like go to a pub or something. I feel like I genuinely got a very true British experience. Because every night was just like, oh fuck, like I'm so tired, I'm just gonna walk to a pub. Yeah. It was very... And you know, I don't want to sound like a Debbie Downer, but you know, I think one of the best parts of London was actually like the people there. Even though all British people, when you talk to them, there's something about the way British people talk that seems very like passive aggressive and rude. But when you really start to get talking to them, they're quite nice. They're quite nice people, really. I had a lot of like nice experiences where like and to be honest, I mean, people act different ways when they're drunk, right? But a lot of the drunk people I met in pubs were very, very friendly. They were very nice. They were very curious. And just very talkative. No, and you can say like, no, it's not like all around the world. It's just like, it's just the way that they talk. It really is. I wish I could explain it, but it's just like so... It's so punchy. There's something about the Atlantic Ocean. Like, people don't talk that way. Like, people talk that way behind your back on the West Coast here. But they talk very nice to your face. But there's something about the Atlantic Ocean that makes people a little edgier. Like, genuinely. It's something in the Atlantic Ocean. It's the... I don't know. There's some kind of, like, thing in there that's making people talk like they have a stick up their butt. Yeah. But you know... If everyone was that freaking cold... and had to spend that much money, then I'm sure everyone would talk like they had a stick up their butt. So it wasn't really something I held against anybody. I was just like, wow. Everyone is very honest. Yeah. Everyone is very honest. How many different London accents did you hear? You know, I can't really tell the difference between anything. I have no idea. There was one accent that did stick out to me though. There were a lot of Chinese people in London, and they had like a British Chinese accent that I'd never heard before. Yeah. That was... Did you get to try the UK's Chinese food? Actually, the first night I was there, I didn't have like a Chinese, as they call it, like a Chinese takeout. I went and I had Chinese style hot pot and ate surrounded by Chinese people. And maybe it was just because that makes me feel more at home because everybody within my company is Chinese. And it's something I'm familiar with. So I felt very comforted by being in that locale. Yeah. Feel at home. Very nice. It is a very Chinese time in my life. How was the weather? It was bad. Every day it says that it's like 48 degrees, but it feels like 32. It says that. It says like, it's 48 degrees today. Feels like 32. And I was like, what the fuck? Because of the wind. Because of the wind, and so it like permeates your clothes, right? And then you get cold so much faster. No, not Celsius, obviously. Mori, do you have a single positive thing to say? Yes, I'm actually just getting all the bad stuff out of the way first because I feel like it'll be better to end on a good note. There were a lot of good things too. Yeah, there were a lot of good things. But I'm getting all the bad stuff out. I'm trying to think if there's actually anything else bad. One of the biggest things, and this is mostly because of the time of year, it was so busy. Every single day, it was so busy. Oh my god. I could not believe it. Where I was staying, it wasn't that bad. But if you want to do any of like the classic things, like I wanted to go... There's this really famous place in London called Fortnum and Mason. And they do a very like famous afternoon tea set there. It's kind of like a chain of... It's like a chain department store, tea place, hotel chain? I don't know, just like everything, right? And they have a very like nice afternoon tea. And if you want to go there, you have to go through Piccadilly Circus. If you want to go to their like tea lounge. And oh my god, it was so fucking busy. Genuinely, and this is gonna sound so bad, but I just wanted to yell, I'm American and I have a gun, and if you guys don't get out of my way, I'm gonna start blasting. The problem, one of the biggest problems with London is it's busy and unorganized. Nobody there knows which fucking side of the sidewalk to walk on. And it changes everywhere you go. It changes everywhere you go. Some places it's like, please keep left. But nobody's even following it. I look at the ground. There's literally signs on the ground sometimes that says keep left. And no one's doing it. So being in a crowded area in London was very bad. It was just bad. It was harder to walk in that area than it was to walk at 5:30 p.m. on a Friday night in Shibuya Crossing. That's how bad it was. And it wasn't because of, like, it wasn't necessarily just because of the amount of people. It was because nobody knows which way they're going. It was very, It was stressful, but I will say this, now that I've gotten all of that out of the way, I had some really, really good experiences too. One of those experiences was going to afternoon tea. It was wonderful. It was something I'd always wanted to do. Was go to afternoon tea there, like in London. And it was so delicious. It was so nice. It was peaceful. Everybody was there for Christmas. It was really, really nice. I mean, everything was perfect. They let me take home the jams. I really liked it. I really enjoyed it. Yeah. It was great. I felt like a little princess. Yeah, I got the tiny little jam jars. I will say this, there was one thing I didn't like. I actually didn't know what a mince pie was. I was really confused because it was on the sweets part of the tower. And it was called a mince pie. And so I was like, oh, savory? And I bit into it and it was not. So that was really strange. I think it was like a fruit pie of some kind. Like fruit mince pie. Not like mince pie. I was a little confused about it. But it didn't really taste all like fruit. I don't know. It was a strange bite. But everything else was really delicious. All the little, like, sandwiches and, treats were really, really good. I was super happy about it. It was great. Yeah, it has kind of like a weird... There's like something weird in it that I wasn't used to eating, but... Everything else was really good. So it's whatever. And it was nice. I actually got an extra treat there. I was there with my mom and her friend. And we all went... It was like one of the things we all did together. And... It was really awkward because I don't know if I just fucked up in the reservation, but the lady came up and asked us, you know, 3 women, if we were celebrating an anniversary. And they brought like like a piece of lemon loaf. She looked really awkward as she was walking up to the table. She was like, she looked really awkward and she like came up and she's like, "Are you guys celebrating anything?" And I look up and I see there's like a little plaque on it that says happy anniversary. And I say, "Oh, no." And immediately, like, the vibe changes. Like, the waitress was so nice to us the entire time. But after that, it was, like, so awkward. It was... I said, "Oh, no. But we'll take it. We'll take the cake." And she was like, "It's lemon loaf." And I was like, "That sounds wonderful." Well, I don't know if that was the right thing to say. I don't know. But I got to eat lemon loaf. And it was delicious. It was so good. And I mean, if they already cut it, then they can't just, like, take it back, right? So, I don't know. Why not? Potentially, yeah, I didn't even think about that possibility. Somebody said she probably brought it to the wrong table. I didn't even think about it. I just saw lemon loaf and immediately I was like, "Oh yeah, give me that." So, yeah, that was really awesome. That was cool. That was one of my favorite moments. Being in London was going and having tea. One of my other favorite moments of being in London, and this is a very small thing, but it made my trip very enjoyable. As you guys know, I'm going through my Diet Coke phase because I'm trying to wean off energy drinks for something slightly better. Every time you ask for a Diet Coke, they treat the Diet Coke with so much respect. The UK knows how to treat a soda. Okay, in the US, we're so fucking desensitized to soda. They pour you a cup or they just, like, give you a can, right? Now in the UK, you ask for a soda at most restaurants. They ask, "Do you want glass with ice?" And of course you say, "Of course I want glass with ice." They bring it out. They bring you the can or bottle, and they bring you a lemon or lime for it. Okay? Why? And this is a very small detail, but it makes it... I'm somebody who loves lemon with my Coke. This is like this is a thing. This is something people don't do in the United States. But they bring you a lemon for your Coke. And it's delicious. And if you haven't tried it, I recommend asking for it. Yeah, you get... And it's like... They really... Sometimes they even pour it for you. It's like a very respectful way of presenting a Diet Coke. Or just a Coke in general. But it's not like the US where they're like, "Oh, whatever." Like, people are soda all that, who cares? But... This is very, like, you know, here's a lemon, ice, glass. Not just the glass, we're gonna bring out the bottle of Diet Coke. I haven't even seen a fucking glass bottle of Diet Coke in my life in the US. Glass. And like, you know, it doesn't matter to most people, but to me it did. Because maybe I'm, like, having a nice day. Maybe I'm like at a bar or a restaurant and everyone is drinking their fancy drinks. And I'm like, you know what? I don't really want to drink, but I still want to feel fancy and special. Right. I'd like a Diet Coke, please. Bring it out to me like it's a fucking cocktail. Yes, thank you. Thank you. I love that. It's like they bring it out to me, and it is like having wine. It's like getting a bottle of wine. You know how sometimes like when somebody buys a bottle of wine at a restaurant, they bring out the bottle and they show it to you. They're like, look at the label. Here's the label. You can see it if you like. And you're like, yes, quite. And then they cork it for you, and then they're like, who wants a taste? And one person at the table, like, they pour a little bit, and you taste it, and then everybody gets poured in. That's how it was like being served a Diet Coke, except they don't do that bullshit where they're like, do you want a taste of it? What do you... Okay, my question is, if you order a bottle of wine and they're like, do you want to taste it? And you taste it, what do they do if you say, I don't like it? They already corked it. Who in their right mind would do... Who in their right mind would do that? Right? Anyways, what I'm trying to say is... It was a small detail, but... It made my trip really good. To be served a Diet Coke like that. Whenever I went to eat. It was nice. I like it. But, yeah, that was a good thing. One thing that's really cool... Of course, it makes it super busy, but one thing that's really cool is the museums. A lot of the museums in London are free. It's kind of sick. Yeah, like the Natural History Museum is free. It's really cool. I didn't go to any art museums, but I went to the Natural History Museum. It is quite busy, but if you go during the right hour, it's definitely worth it. It is one of the most, like... They have one of the most amazing bird exhibits I've ever seen in my life. Like, it was so good. It almost, like... It made me feel really... It almost made me feel emotional. Like, how many birds I could see in that museum. And it seems silly, but I personally really like birds. And it was free. And it's like a very good exhibit. There's also so if you like birds... The bird exhibit there is worth it, like 100%. If you like bugs, the bug exhibit there is not that good. They have a lot of cool fossil displays for dinosaurs. They have a complete mammoth, which is really quite cool. They have a couple of like mostly complete dinosaurs, which is really neat. They have a really interesting like seismic activity and like geology exhibit. Really, really, really nice. Yeah. Any big whale skeletons? Yeah, actually, there's like this really, really big one from the ceiling. In one of the rooms, there's like this giant room, and there's a big, big whale like above you when you walk in. It's like, it's breathtaking. Genuinely, it's one of the coolest natural, like, history museums I've ever been to. I was really impressed. So if you like stuff like that, it's a really neat find. Great taxidermy birds there. Beautiful. It's... I would hazard to say, especially based on the amount of people that were there every day, it's probably one of the best museums in London. Highly recommend. Really, really cool. Yeah. Right next to it, there's a science museum. And before you go in, you have this inkling like, oh, this is probably just for kids. But if you like aviation, it's a really neat place. Now, I'm not like big into planes or anything, but if you're big into planes, the Science Museum next to the Natural History Museum, really cool. Really, really cool. There's a dude that works there. Who does not stop talking about planes. I saw this cat stuffed animal in the aviation area of the museum, and I whispered, I said, I wonder what that is. And this dude who worked there immediately stood up and slowly started walking over, and he's like, that's the mascot for that. And straight up, he started talking to me. I felt kind of like a hostage, but like, for learning. I felt like I was stuck, and it was like a really interesting experience, because this guy would not stop talking about planes. As soon as I thought he was done, he'd be like, and let me show you my favorite. Do you know Amelia Earhart? Well, there's a much cooler female aviator who arguably did it before she did. It felt like an unskippable cutscene, but it was really cool. But also, there was part of me who was a little bit suspicious of some of the things he was telling me, because he said he used to work declassifying things. And he was telling me stuff like kind of up in the air stuff. Yeah, I don't know. He was very, very insistent, and I don't necessarily not believe him. But there were things that he was very, very insistent on. I also learned a new color. Passion pink. Passion pink. He kept going on and on about how the Germans had a bunch of planes that were ordered to be painted in passion pink so that they could blend in with the desert. And that the Germans didn't want anybody to know about it because they didn't want to be seen with pink planes. Haha, is that a pink plane? Gay! Ha ha ha! Oh my god, is that a German plane? Oh my god, German people are gay! LOL! But yeah, he leaned over and whispered to me. He was talking to me about how Amelia Earhart was definitely a spy. And how the Japanese government at the time killed her. And that all of the whereabouts of... Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what his agenda was. Don't ask me. He was just talking. He was like, Amelia Earhart was definitely a spy. And he was like, do you even know, like, what happened to her? And I was like, yeah, I mean, people joke about, like, her getting eaten by coconut crabs because didn't they find her body in, like, Bermuda or whatever? And he was like, no, it was the Japanese that killed her. And they used her as a spy because she was a woman, and so people didn't take her as seriously until the Japanese finally got upset at her for going into places she should have been, and then they killed her. And I was like, oh! And basically he was like, just trust me, bro. I used to work declassifying things. Just trust me, man. And then he started talking about... There was this moment where he started talking about how he was getting... Well, he didn't know this, but he was talking to me about how he was talking to a woman online who was saying she needed money to repair her phone. And I said, that kind of sounds like a scam. And he paused and he said, yeah, it kind of does, doesn't it? And then he started talking about planes again. And then before he left, he was like, hey, I just want to let you know, thanks for putting me on that it might be a scam. How old was he? I don't know. He was like maybe 60 or something. I wasn't really sure. And one thing that was really difficult was because of his accent and because he had a bit of a lisp as well. I only understood like maybe 2/3 of everything he said. But he definitely worked there because he had an identification thing and he had a walkie-talkie, and the reason he had to leave was because someone was like calling him on his walkie-talkie. And I heard like the sounds of someone trying to contact him like 3 times before he actually picked it up. I was looking around, I was like, what is that? And he's like, oh, it's just my radio. And he finally started responding to it. He was locked in. Yeah, but it was like, straight up, it was like 30 minutes that he was like showing me around the aviation area and telling me about it. Almost every interaction I've had with British people, I don't know why, but I've always been under the assumption that British people aren't very like confrontational. But I was very much approached by people with it was like random encounters. A lot. And I don't know if it was just because I don't know. And obviously not everyone is the same. But yeah, also I got super hassled on the train Like the underground rail thing. I don't remember exactly what it's called, but there was this dude who got on with a bunch of his friends, and I was like sitting down. I got in before him, and I sat down, and he came in with a bunch of his friends, and he was holding a beer. And he looked at me and he said, "Oh, you're gonna take a seat from a disabled man?" And I looked around and I looked him up and down. And I straight up, I said, "Oh, what's your disability?" And he looked at me and paused for a while and he said, "I have cerebral palsy." And I didn't want to say, "No, you don't." So what I said was, "Well, maybe your friend can hold you then. Because I don't think you should be stealing a seat from a lady." I don't know. Why would... I just don't understand why the first thing you would think to say is, "Oh, I have cerebral palsy," when I can clearly see you standing and holding a beer and being a nuisance on the train. I just don't understand. I don't understand. Like... And so... It was just really confusing. So they like started like talking to me and asking me shit. I was getting a little annoyed because it was obvious that it was because they were really drunk and being rude. And his friends started like, I don't know, fucking freaking out. And they started like playfully pushing each other, and one of them knocked into him and he spilled his fucking beer all over. He dropped it and spilled his beer all over the floor and on my shoes. And I was like curious. I was like, is it legal to drink in the train or something? Because to be honest with you, there were a lot of people who were just like openly drinking, like open container. Like everywhere. And it's not because it's legal or because it's allowed. It's because they don't give a shit. Because like I looked, like there's a sign right on, like by the door on the train. It says no drinking. Straight up no drinking. I was very surprised. Yeah, it's like jaywalking. It seems to be the case. This doesn't really matter because everybody does this in the US too, but everyone jaywalks there. Literally everyone. You can't get away from it. But yeah, that was a really strange interaction I had. The kind of drunk you get in the UK is crazy. Maybe it's just like my experience, but I feel like people were more openly like fucked up drunk in the UK than I'd ever seen in the US before. pubs can become a madhouse. And every pub smells like shit. I don't mean like metaphorically it smells like shit. I mean it smells like shit from a butt. It smells like somebody took a shit on the fucking floor. Yeah. Like real butthole. But it was kind of cool. I went to a pub when they were doing like an open karaoke, and everyone was singing songs together that I had never heard in my life. I kind of thought that popular karaoke songs would be very similar. But they have a lot of songs that they sing popular in the UK that I'd never heard. Yeah. But they did sing a couple of very, like, standout, classic karaoke song. I wish I could remember. I do actually think that they sang Sweet Caroline, which is funny. Yeah, because I always associated that the most with the United States. But I guess they love it just as much. I also... What else? I went to this really cool pub where the bartender was like super nice and he gave me a bunch of really awesome recommendations. I was really grateful. But he was also just very upfront. I feel like almost everyone I met in the UK was just like super, super honest. And he recommended me this Georgian place. It was the best food I had in the UK. It was so good. Like genuinely, it was so good. And when I went there, I was seated right next to the door. And I was like, I'm cold. Do you think I could sit somewhere else? And they moved all of the fucking tables around for me so I could be warmer and gave me a free shot to warm me up. It was so nice. But, yeah, the bartender at that pub recommended it to me. And it was a lot of information. He wrote down, like, on the back of a receipt, all of the things that I should eat at that place. Like, he wrote it all down for me. He's like, order this, this, and this. It might be a lot of food, though. This is what he said. He said, it might be a lot of food, though. This is what I used to order for me and my ex-girlfriend before we broke up. And it would usually fill us both up. And that kind of took me by surprise. I was like, that's a bit of information I maybe didn't need. But I appreciate it. Yeah. So the entire time I was eating my Georgian food, one thing on the back of my mind was, this is the same meal that bartender was eating with his ex-girlfriend. Yummy, yum, yum, yum. Yeah. But it was a good, fun experience. They put kachipuri. Yes, I did have kachipuri. Yes, I did. It was delicious. It was very, very good. Also, they call pool in the United Kingdom, or like billiards, they call it American pool. Which makes me curious, if that's American pool, then what's British pool? Snooker. Is it the same thing? Like, guys, I need to pee. You guys be good to each other, okay? OMG, hi. I'm huge! Everything about the UK was... I don't know how, but every day I was surprised by something. Every day. But that was kind of fun in its own right. Oh, also, I'm gonna give you guys a warning. Oh, I just realized something. I brought a treat back from the UK for myself. And I'm gonna eat it right now. So, I was always told that Cadbury eggs in the UK are so much better than the Cadbury eggs in the US. And to be honest, the regular Cadbury egg tasted the fucking same. But they had a Cadbury egg filled with Biscoff cookie butter, and I ate one, and it was so fucking addicting that I brought home 8. I brought home 8 of them. These are so good. They're so good. But the regular Cadbury eggs were just okay. Mari, if you come to Australia, don't eat Tim Tams because you'll get addicted to them too. I've had Tim Tams before. They are very good. They are very, very good. There's some things I need to limit myself eating because I will make myself sick. I could probably eat Tim Tams until I throw up. They're so good. Mm. But anyway, what was I gonna say? But on the contrary, at the convenience store, I also ate the worst thing I've ever eaten, maybe, in my life. Okay, not the worst thing I've ever eaten, but the blandest and most disappointing thing I ever ate. I'm telling you now, don't get a fucking sandwich in the United Kingdom. Don't do it! I mean it, don't do it. There's one. Go to a convenience store, chicken and corn. Don't! If you've been to Japan, you think, oh, how bad could the convenience store sandwich be? The one in Japan is okay. No, it tastes like cardboard with glue in the middle. It's fucking minging. It's minging. How does it compare to gas station food in the US? You know, I will say this. I probably wouldn't touch a gas station hamburger with a 10-foot pole here in the United States. There's a trade-off here. The stuff you get in the United States, I feel like there's a little bit of there's a bit of flavor to it, surely. However, it's gonna be the worst thing for your body that you're ever gonna put in it. Period. It has 5,000 calories and 50,000 milligrams of sodium, and it's gonna bloat you like a pig, and you're gonna smell like it for the rest of your life. Straight up. It's gonna give you like 10 different kinds of cancer. But it tastes okay. Okay. On the contrary, in the UK, if you get a sandwich at the convenience store, you know, I mean, it's not the best thing you can get for you, but it's decent. But it's not gonna taste like anything. That shit tastes like sink water. That's sink water sandwich. It's really bad. It's really, really bad. I mean, it looks good. Looks fine. You look at it and you go, oh, I'm really hungry. That looks amazing. Let me get some of that. No. Don't do it. Don't do it. It's gonna make you sad all day. Just get McDonald's. Honestly, yeah. Honestly, yeah. You know, before I went, I was curious. I don't know if you guys are like this, but there's something really like... I'm not super into getting McDonald's... You know, I'm not like super into getting McDonald's as dinner or lunch. But there's one time it always hits, and that's when you're traveling. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. There's nothing I want more than McDonald's French fries when I'm like on a trip. Like I'm in the midst of traveling. Like I'm in the airport. You're on a road trip. Tastes so good. So good. Guess what I had? Grinch shaker. Grinch shaker. I couldn't believe it. You get the Grinch. You get the green shaka green French fries in the Grinch bag. Shaka dill pickle. Yeah. I'm gonna green. Thank you, Green Beans, for the 5 gifted subscriptions. Thanks. Thank you. And hi, Lulu. Thank you for the raid. Welcome in, motherfucker. Good to see you. Yeah. Honestly, Grinch fries... 7.5 out of 10. Good. They were good. I would try this maybe one more time, and then I would be like, I'm tired of the pickle. Ugh, pickle no good. Yeah. Make my stomach hurt. Yeah. But anyway. What was I talking about? Nasty sink water sandwich. I eat the nasty sink water sandwich. Yeah, I don't know. There is one consistent about every single place that I go travel, though. There are some rude-ass tourists. There's some rude-ass tourists. If you go to like a fancier area somewhere, you get all these like super rich, annoying, usually Chinese like tourists who just literally push you, literally think that they're worth more than you because they have more money than you. It's really annoying. Like, why? It's just like rich tourists in general. Yeah, like get a grip. Get a grip, bro. It's really annoying, cause like, so for me, one thing that like I really wanted to do when I was there was the original like flagship Vivienne Westwood store is in London, of course, because Vivienne Westwood was British when she was still alive, God rest her soul. And I was really excited because I really like Vivienne Westwood and I really like Nana. I don't know if you guys have read Nana or like seen Nana before, but yeah, I really like it. And so I was like, I really want to go to the flagship Vivienne Westwood store. And Vivienne Westwood is a decently high-end brand. Like, it's not on the level of Louis Vuitton, but it's, you know, you're gonna find it in those, like, super ritzy areas. Right. And there was a line out the door. And I was waiting my turn. And I go, and they finally let me in, and I can't look at anything. I can't look at any of the jewelry in the cases because all of these rich-ass motherfuckers are, like, crowding around and will not let me in. Excuse me, excuse me. No, they're locked the fucking... They're on their fucking phone, like, FaceTiming their rich fucking dad. Like, oh, which one should I get? You should get out of my way. You should let me look at that. Is what you should get. That's what I think. They really think they're permitted to be rude and be in your way. Just because they can, like, they can... You know, they have millions and millions of dollars in daddy's money. Really, really annoying. Why not just be rude yourself? Because two wrongs don't make a right. Unfortunately. I'm not gonna be rude because the moment you succumb to that, like, then you look bad. You're making a bad name for yourself just because they are. You know what I mean? It's good to be composed. I think there's a lot of value in... At least there should be a lot of value in, You don't have to like it, but I think you should be very poised about it. If you boss your way around like they do, then maybe you'll get what you want, but you're not gonna look good for it. And you know, a lot of people who do that, like, they're making other people look bad. They make tourists look bad, just in general. Everyone's gonna start assuming, like, oh, you're a tourist, you're an asshole. Because people are doing terrible things. I'm not gonna do that. I just don't want to. I want to be able to go to new places and, you know, meet everyone with kindness and be given the same. Yeah. Someone said, did you ever get that armor ring? The Vivienne Westwood armor ring? Actually, I told this story a while back, but... Yeah, I did. Someone... when I did a meet and greet at Off-Kai, I was talking about this ring I really wanted. It's like this really cool ring that looks like plate armor from Vivienne Westwood. And... somebody from chat came to my meet and greet and brought me one. They're like, I don't know if it'll fit, but I have this, and, you know, if you want it. But it's rather large. The only finger that it kind of fits on is my thumb. So if it was a proposal, then unfortunately... Yeah. It does not fit on my ring finger. But I really adore it. And I think one thing that was really wonderful was the dude who came and brought it to me. He was dressed so nice. Like, obviously, like, not in like a full suit or anything, but his fashion was impeccable. I couldn't help but think, like, man, if I was a boy, I'd want to be like you. So I don't know who you are. I don't know what their name in chat is, but you left a good impression. Yeah. It's me. All me. It's me. Okay. I believe all of you guys. A chat member so dedicated that they've made at least 100 alt accounts that are always active in chat and have been chatting for at least a year. Just to bolster my stream. 2000 guide, thank you. Thank you guys. But yeah, that was I think that was the majority of my experience traveling. It was good. Oh. Well, I mean, there were a couple of other things. It must be super, super expensive to live in London. Man, I just saw people macking on each other everywhere. Like in pubs. The first thing you think is get a room, and then I think, huh, I wonder how much a room really costs here. It almost seems disingenuous to say that. But, yeah. Everyone is quite cheerful there when they're drunk. Oh. You know what was maybe one of the most interesting experiences I've had? How many of you guys have gone to a pantomime? Because I hadn't. I went to a pantomime. It's like a play. It's like a classic kind of play. Let me give you guys the definition of pantomime. I don't want to mince my words. A theatrical entertainment, mainly for children, that involves music, topical jokes, and slapstick comedy, and is based on a fairy tale or nursery story, usually produced around Christmas. And this is the British definition of pantomime. Like, the British definition. If you want the regular definition, it's a dramatic entertainment originating in Roman mime, in which performers express meaning through gestures, accompanied by music. And that's what I thought I was getting into. Because I was like, oh, pantomime. Like miming, duh, of course. Like I know what that is. I'll go see that. So I went to a pantomime, and honestly, it was incredibly fun. It was like super whimsical. I felt like a kid again, really. It has a lot of audience interaction. You're like supposed to yell out when things are happening, and it was really, really cute. It was in, apparently, one of the oldest standing theaters in London. It was really like, it was very classic. It wasn't, no. Not like, it wasn't the oldest one. It was like, so it had this interesting history where it was erected in like the 1600s, right? And then, like most buildings have done over time, it burned down at one point and they had to like restore it, I guess. It used to be like a place for, it was like rich traders or whatever, like an inn. And then they rebuilt it so that they could make it a theater again, because it was an inn and then it was a theater and then it burned down and then they were like, oh, we need to restore it, and so then it was a theater again. So yeah, wait, I wonder if I can find it. It's I don't know if there's any Londoners in the chat, but it was in East London. Wait, let me see if I can find. If I go on maps, I'm sure I could find it. Let's see. And it was very small, too. It was very, very small. Let's see. I'm looking at the map. Where is it? Oh, I know how I can find it. I can look up the name of the show. Duh. The oldest music hall. Not oldest theater. The oldest music hall. I don't know what the difference. One of the oldest music halls. I don't know what the difference between a music hall and a theater is, but they look the fucking same to me. So yeah, it's called Wilton's. Wilton's Music Hall. So you guys can go there and you can watch pantomime and sit in the very seat that I sat in. Which I don't remember which one it was, but maybe you'll get lucky. I didn't... Yeah. Also, I do want to mention that I only took 2 pictures the entire time I was there. 2! Wait, let me see if I can find them. I will show you the 2 pictures that I took in London, if I can help it. Yeah, I was simply enjoying the moment, I suppose. This is one of them. This was a classic for me because I was walking looking for food and I stood there and laughed about this for 10 minutes, even though it really doesn't matter that much. Wait, let me see. This was a hit for me, personally. I thought it was hilarious. This is the BBC Community Center. I was walking by and then I stopped and I looked at it and I think I was so devoid of joy that I couldn't help but laugh. And I took a picture of it. Even though that's definitely not what BBC stands for in this case. I don't care. And then, the other picture I took, which was also a heavy hitter, and I don't think there's, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory really when you see it. A picture I accidentally took of a beer sideways. And these were the only memories I have from London. And that's it. And to be honest, I feel like that's all that really needs to be said about the United Kingdom. Is blurry sideways beer picture and, you know, BBC Community Center. Yeah. I didn't have any mushy peas, but I think I had something similar. It was like some kind of mushed up carrot slop. It was orange, so I think it was like some kind of mushed up carrot slop. It was served with a Sunday roast. So, who knows? Mashed sweet potatoes. Is that what it was? You know, I thought they had actually added some kind of sugar or spice to something, but if it was mashed sweet potatoes, then I guess they didn't add anything at all. Or, wait, let me look this up. Orange mash on Sunday roast. Oh. Carrot mash. Yeah, no, it was this for sure. Carrot mash with orange and mint. It was not good to me. I didn't like it. I also don't like Yorkshire pudding. I don't understand. It's not good. The meat is good, but to be fair, how the fuck do you screw that up? I really don't know. But one thing that never ceases to shock me is how they can serve boiled vegetables with no seasoning on it. I don't understand that either. It kind of feels like, I don't know, a lot of the food that I ate felt a lot like the food you get served in a cafeteria as a kid in the United States. Except there's no pizza days. Yeah. It's strange. But I will say the food from other cultures, like the cultural food in London is quite good. Seriously, the Georgian food changed my life. It was so yummy. I just think I'm not that big a fan of British cuisine. Perhaps. Maybe not my thing. I like the sweets. I don't like the everything else. I think also, have you guys ever heard of I don't remember exactly what it's called. It's called like Paris syndrome or whatever, where people have this really grand idea of what Paris is gonna be like based on movies. And then they go and they're disappointed. That was a little bit how it was for me. Luckily, though, I had a lot of fun days, and a lot of the people there that I got to interact with made it really good. So, yeah. I don't know. Even like, and one thing that is important to note is if you two want to go to London for Christmas, like I did, there's a couple things to consider. It looks a lot better in movies and on YouTube. It's very busy. The Christmas markets are too busy and too expensive. Yeah. Please consider it before you decide to go. Someone super chat $5 to say, my favorite saying is, the English cook like the Germans are still flying overhead. That is something I've heard a lot too. Is it almost makes me feel bad. It almost makes me feel sad. People always say like British people are still like there's still food like they're in wartime. But I will say that the desserts are delightful. They're so yummy. If you want to eat some pastries, do go. But don't get the viral ones. Don't. I always thought it was kind of weird that when you watch videos of the market, one of the most viral foods is strawberries with chocolate on it. Like, bro, you can just make that at home, or you can get it anywhere. But the reason is, it's probably one of the better things you can get. For some reason, all of the delightful and delicious stuff isn't... It's not really talked about. I don't know. Maybe because... eating Georgian food doesn't really scream London, right? It doesn't really scream British. Did you try a Turkish delight? I do not like Turkish delights. I don't think they're very yummy. Oh, but one thing I do want to mention though is I found a lot of there are a lot of really cool if you like thrifting, there's a lot of really cool thrift stores in London. Like a lot of really cool ones. I had a lot of fun looking through clothes. That was cool. Yeah, if you like that sort of thing. Oh, you know what else I had that was really good? What do you call it? Is it... Wait, let me see. I had African food for the first time. And it was delightful. It was like... What was it? It was food from Senegal. Yeah, it was really good, actually. I didn't realize I'd never really had like any African food. I kind of really didn't have much of an interest because I don't know like what kinds of food, but it was really good. It was like a it was like a chicken dish with rice, but it was so well prepared and the chicken was just so tender and everything was so good together, and there was like a little bit of like this cabbage stuff on the side that brought like really bright flavor to it. Yeah. It was really good. But yeah, that was nice. And the person who was like it was in like this food hall sort of thing. And the dude serving it, I mean, he was working all alone, and he had these like big giant bubbling trays of delicious looking food, and you know, I kind of figured it was good because there was a little line forming and the dude was really, really nice, and yeah, it was really good. Yeah. You don't seem to mention any indigestion issues. Yeah, no, honestly, all of the food in the UK is so bland, it's kind of impossible. The only thing that made my stomach hurt was Chinese hot pot because of all the fucking meat. Make my stomach hurt. Yeah. Pardon my language. Yeah, make my stomach hurt. But... And no, that's not slander at all. It's just like... When you go to Hot Pot, that's... What are you doing, Biscotti? That's what you have to succumb to. Is you either have to pay too much to eat too little food, or you gotta throw down and make your fucking stomach hurt. Eat. Eat. Yeah. How is the cat sitter? Really good. She sent me pictures every day of Biscotti. So that was really awesome. I really, really liked it. She sent me a lot of really cute pictures. Let's see, I'm gonna find them. This is... Okay. I'll get one of my favorites. I've just been so happy. The quality on this picture isn't the best, but the pose is just so cute that I don't care. I was very just overjoyed to get a picture like this. Let me put it on the screen. Look at her. Ooh. Ooh. Isn't she so cute? Yeah, she's getting so fluffy. She's getting so big. This one, I also really liked this one. Wait. Because she looks playful. Oops. Say... Look at her! Ooh. Isn't this just the best? Yeah, and she's so soft now too. She's so soft. It's funny because her eyes used to be so small and now they look so big. I don't know why, but like some kittens, a lot of kittens, they just have like these weird beady little eyes. But she's really grown. I wasn't worried at all when I left because before I left I met with the sitter. Well, I was a little worried just because it feels weird to leave your kitten with somebody else for even just like 4 or 5 days. But I met the sitter before she came and felt very confident. But yeah, I'm really happy that she seemed to have fun. And everybody who gets to meet Biscotti loves her the most, so... Yeah. The only problem is she's still a kitten, so she still bites. And she bites hard. Like, straight up, she bites hard. Because she doesn't know her own strength anymore. Yeah. She's getting way bigger. But yeah, I also just do want to mention... I hope you guys had a wonderful Christmas. I hope you all got what you wanted from Santa. My biggest regret this year was barely getting to watch any Christmas movies. We live in a society where you have to pay $10 to watch Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. By the moment I got a chance to watch it, I was watching it on my laptop and I was so tired, I fell asleep after 10 minutes. So... that's annoying. Yeah. But, did you obtain it? Bro, I illegally stole it. I straight up went on the Internet Archive and watched it for free. I don't even care who hears that. That's what I did. I don't car. I don't car. Oh, also, there's this really, really surreal mall in London. And this is probably something no one really cares about. But there's this really, really surreal mall and it's called Selfridges. And it's like owned by Disney. So like all of and it's like a luxury shopping mall and it has like fucking damn, they got the Louis, Gucci. Yes, yes. They got everything there. They have everything in that mall. They have like an underground with you know fucking F1 racing simulators, and on the top floor there's like a toy store and Burberry for babies. And then there's like a floor where it's only confectionery. And for some reason it's owned by Disney, so all of the bags have like mouse ears, and like all of the confectionaries have like Mickey Mouse on them. Hell yeah, I played toys. What do you take me for? Hell yeah, I played toys. Yes. I got a Happy Meal from McDonald's. I got a Disney toy in my Happy Meal from McDonald's. I was really excited. And I opened it. It was like supposed to be a little figure of a famous Disney character. And I opened it and I saw the back of it and I was like, what the fuck? This is a gingerbread man. But it was the girl, and I'd never seen Black Panther, but it was the lady from Black Panther. I turned it around and she had a face. The way they made that toy, they did her so, like, I had to look her up. I was like, who is this? I looked her up. The way they did that toy, they did her so dirty. Black Panther lady. What is her name? What is this? Female. Please. Shuri. Shuri. Black Panther. No, not this one. No. This lady. This one. If I can show you guys this lady. I looked at this, I was like, cause she's bald, right? So like the toy is bald. And so
I had a dream that I was a child, and you shook me hard and lectured me about the consequences of the Industrial Revolution and how Nixon took us off the gold standard. Is this the future of you as a mother projected through Mare?
I think you might be schizophrenic. But... Wait, what? Oh, Koei. Black Panther Disney McDonald's toy. I still have it. This is what it looks like. This isn't mine. This is somebody's image from eBay. But this is what I saw. Wait, hold on. Let me take a screenshot of this. This is what I saw when I first opened my toy. Cause I opened it from the back and I was like, what is it? I was like, is this a gingerbread man for the holidays? And then I turned it around. And I've never seen Black Panther before. This is what it looks like. This is the toy. And I turned it around and I was like, who is this? And when I looked her up, I couldn't help but think, if you were gonna do her this dirty, why would you even choose to make a toy? To be honest, I also, cause you get 2 of them. I also got a Pluto one. They're all like super lackluster because they're literally just like, it's worse than getting a VTuber acrylic standee. Because at least with the acrylic standee, you get the art and you can display it. This is just like a cheap, like, it's on, you can't even play with it because it's on a fucking pedestal. Like, what do you do with that? Right? So, yeah, so I was bringing this around with me everywhere when I was in the UK. It's like my good, it's still in my backpack. It's like my good luck charm. Yeah. What have Happy Meal, what did they do to Happy Meal toys, guys? What did they do? Somehow it's worse than a Funko Pop. Somehow. How could they do this? How could they do this? They did it. Oh my God. Yeah, so that's that. They did K-pop toys. There's another McDonald's toy of this girl, apparently. And this one, if I saw it, I would be like, okay. It's a little better. Right? I still don't really like that. It seems kind of lazy, right? That all of the toys you get from McDonald's are on this, like, fucking pedestal. Pardon my language. This dang diddly darn pedestal. Because now they're less cool to play with. Way less cool. Yeah, this looks like a me. This is a me. This is a me. This is, where did it go? This is a Funko Pop. I prefer the me over the Funko Pop, but... Give me a damn toy in my Happy Meal. Please. I feel like I'm starting to sound old when I say stuff like this. And it doesn't work very well when I'm sitting here talking about getting a Happy Meal. Literal man-child. Literal man-child MARIMARI _N. But if I was a kid, I'm advocating because, to be honest, if I was a kid and I fucking got this as a toy, I'd be pissed off, especially if I liked this character. I'd be like, what the fuck is this? I can barely even play with this. I can't. I can't do it. You know what I find interesting? Is... And this has nothing to do with anything really, but... I was watching a video today about, It was just like one of those videos, like those travel videos in Japan where people like go around and eat food. And this dude got this massive bowl of ramen. Like, huge. And one thing I never understand when people say, and definitely something I never understood when I was there, was why do people say that the reason Japanese people aren't as obese as Americans, why do they say it's because of the portion sizes, when really it's just because of all the walking? Man, I had huge meals. Huge. They feed you. They feed you good. And honestly, a lot of the times when I got a big meal there, I would feel pressured to eat it. I would feel pressured to eat it because I'd always been told by, like, you know, like, what not to do in Japan. Number one, don't waste any food. Japanese people do not waste any food. If you don't finish your meal, then chefs will take it personally. And they'll fucking set a hit out on you. And so every time I was eating, I was like, ugh. I have got to finish this massive bowl of katsu curry, or I'm gonna get killed. And they're never gonna let me back in Japan. Yeah. I don't like that mentality either. It was stressing me out, but like... You know, like... It really made me realize, like, damn, they're feeding you here. They are not playing when they give you a plate of food. And I had always been told, like, oh, well, the portion sizes in Japan are so much better, and Japanese people really know how to, you know, really know how to control themselves. It really just is all the walking and the ingredients they use. It's gotta be. You sit down and you look around. Like, you're sitting eating maybe like the most, you know, I mean, by no means is katsu curry like a healthy, like, light meal, right? But you look around and these fucking salarymen have been eating this shit every single day for the past 50 years. And they're, you know, they're not fat. They really do be walking. Yeah, they really do be. Genetics. It's not genetics. I feel like people kid themselves a lot about how big a factor genetics plays in the way you metabolize food. Because it's cope. Because to be honest with you, it's cope. People say that because they're coping. They're like, oh, it's not because this person is walking 15,000 steps a day. It's because their metabolism is better than mine. Yeah, their metabolism is better than yours because they're walking 15,000 steps a day. It's not the genetics, bro. It's not it. I promise. I promise you. Everyone bigger than you is on steroids. Well, I mean, there's a little bit of truth to, like, genetics playing a part in muscle growth. I do believe. I do think that has to be true. Otherwise, why would there be so many Eastern Europeans in powerlifting? Right? Like, right? Maybe it's just, I don't know. Like, there's gotta be something there. Big Papa Pump. It's maybe the food, maybe the way you're raised, bro. Yeah. Sometimes it's hard to look at someone like that and go, like, there's gotta be something else at play here. And the problem is you don't know anyone's life, right? How could you know? How could you know? But there's a lot of things that are in the play when it comes to things like that, surely. Like height, and diet, and exercise. Mentality, even. Who knows? Drugs? Period. Yeah. But as far as, like, why are these people obese and these people not? I think people put a lot too much cope into the genetic factor of it all. Personally, my drug of choice is Face Connect stream. That's a good one. That's a damn good one. Sometimes I watch my other, like, the other talent streams, and I kind of do feel like... I feel like we could categorize every single Phase Connect streamer into, like, a type of drug. Like, how this makes me feel when I watch it. Yeah. I just learned today that the effects of the fentanyl only last between 20 to 30 minutes. So I feel like... I don't know. I feel like I should be fentanyl. Fentanyl's a killer, right? Like, it's big right now. But I almost feel like maybe... maybe something a little milder than that, like marijuana, right? Like, damn, this makes me feel like I just smoked a blunt. Ketamine is a good one, actually. I'd be ketamine, for sure. Ketamine. That's it. Yeah, that's definitely it. Gotta be ketamine. That should make me fall asleep. The K in K-hole stands for Kevin. Yeah. The Kevin... Never mind. But yeah, I think I would be a great ketamine. For sure. But it makes me wonder if there really is a... I know fentanyl is my bit, but I wonder if there really is like a fentanyl of Phase Connect. Too bad he missed Kevin's gacha game for the company. Actually, I did a couple of it. I did a couple of roles for it while I was out and about. One of the things that I got was send a Christmas card to a member of staff. And so I used to use this website all the time. It's called 123 Greetings. It's like my favorite website in the world. It's this website where you can send e-cards, and they all have like shitty MIDI music with like... Here, I'll just show you guys actually. I'll just show you guys. I'm in nothing right now. Sorry, nothing. This is my favorite. This is 123 Greetings, and you can click on these and send these e-cards. That is so loud! And so I sent one of these Christmas e-cards to one of my very favorite members of staff. Her name is Cece, and I am in love with her because she's very smart and knowledgeable, and she likes Fred Durst, or is at least knowledgeable about the things that I'm interested in. She always has my back when I need it the most. So I sent her a Christmas card. Yeah. Cece, if you ever watch this, just know. I didn't just send this Christmas card because I had to. I sent it because I love you. I don't know if that's appropriate, but Himeme Rie is our HR department, so there's nothing that anyone can do about anything that I say. Rie isn't gonna do shit. Yeah, I wonder if I can find... And you can, like, customize the text that you send on it. Wait, I'll find it if I can. I'll just look at my sent... My sent emails. Let's see. How do I look at it? View a copy of your e-card. Oh, here we go. Oh yeah, okay. This is good. This is good. Is there a way that I can show this to you guys? Let's see. Okay, this is the e-card that I sent to Cece because I love her, and yeah, because I love her. And so I sent a e-card of two snowmen kissing. Oh my god, that's loud. It's like an entire minute long. So a kiss to say, may this Christmas day be as special as you are to me. I love you. And then Merry Christmas. Yeah. And then you scroll, and then you can write whatever you want. And you can customize the text. This is highlighted so you can see it on the red. You can see it on the red. And it says, CC, thanks for being a really great... Okay. Yeah, I guess it says, thanks for being a really great Merry Christmas, MARIMARI, heart, MARIMARI. And so I made her a Christmas card. It's just that the way this website is laid out is like a website from 2003. So, yeah. Maybe I just made some mistakes along the way. Do you guys know about... There used to be this website I remember seeing literally in kindergarten, and it was called Starfall. Does that still exist? Because that would go really hard right now. It still exists, but it looks way different. Chat! It's still here. Chat, it's still here. Look. Whoa. This is suspicious. Now, I'm not trying to say that Starfall is racist or anything, but I just don't understand why. Never mind. You know what? I'm not even gonna open that box. Seems suspicious to me. Starfall.com. I don't know. Kind of weird. Kind of don't like that. But I love Starfall. I love this website. We gotta go to the snowman because it's Christmas.
OW sometimes sounds like O.
It's really
as in
loud.
Snow.
I'm gonna turn this down now.
Snow. Men.
Okay.
Snowmen.
Okay. Hold on.
Snow.
There we go.
Men.
That's a little better.
Snowmen.
10 little snowmen. And almost everything.
Little.
You can click on all the words and it'll tell you how to read it, right?
10.
And then this is the good part. This is where it gets
Give.
good.
The. Snow. Man. A. Hat.
This is why I'm so smart today. This is why I'm so smart. This is what I grew up with. You can put an orange on his head. I'm going with that one. Give orange me, give eat orange me, eat orange, give me, eat orange, give me you.
Pick. Arms. For. The.
Snowman.
Man.
Gorps,
Snowman.
thank you for the 10 pounds. I really appreciate it. I'm sorry for dunking on your country. I had a good time, but I do not like the Yorkshire pudding. It was not pudding, and I don't even know where Yorkshire is. Yeah. Thank you, though. Ooh. Broccoli? This snowman edible. I like the cheese. I like the cheese mitts. That's good. I like that one. Pippa, thank you for the raid. Guess who's back from over the pond? It's me. I will say though, the pubs are joyous even though they smell like poo. They smell like poo. It's cold. The snow man needs a scarf. This is not a scarf. That is a necklace. That's grapes. That's grapes. This snowman is what I would look like if I was a snowman. I would have cheese hands and orange hat and blue scarf. Yeah. Hey Mari, what is this? This is starfall.com. Help.
Help.
Oh, what, you really don't think I can pronounce help on the first try?
The snow man. Snowman.
Help.
C.
This is starfall.com. This is what the holidays are really about. You know what this reminds me of? This is my snowman. This is what my snowman looked like. Literally and metaphorically, snowman. Does this look like me? Wait, here, look. I think the snowman looks like me. Help the snowman smell. A cherry. What is this? Is this a unicorn horn? Chat, what do you guys think my nose looks like? It's gold. I like the cherry. I feel like it's joyous. No nose. I have to have a nose. It won't let me not have one. Yeah, the coin slot is pretty good. Help your snowman sing. A banana? This is what my mouth looks like, and this is what I want my mouth to look like. You guys picking up what I'm putting down? This is my mouth. This is what I wish my mouth was. The green one is a long dollar bill. Yes, that's money. That's cash money. Yeah. I'll do this.
1 little 2 little 3 little snowmen.
4 little 5 little 6 little snowmen. 7 little 8 little 9 little snowmen.
10 snowmen learning
That's
to
mine!
read.
Okay. Yay. That was awesome. And they have like different, these are all like seasonal, like during Christmas, teacher lets you go on starfall.com and they let you play the Christmas ones. Last chance to spend points. Sakuna is telling us about the Secret Santa thing again. It's the last chance to do Secret Santa things. I don't think I have points. I don't think I have any. I think I used them all. Oh, wait, hold on. I'm gonna see what I get. I'm gonna get a gift. Mari, you need 5 Chipotle gift cards. I have 1 Chipotle gift card. I have one. I'm opening a present now. Become a reindeer. Okay. Merry Christmas, everybody. I don't even know what I get if I do that. I don't know. I've just been doing it anyway. I don't care. Merry Christmas. Good tidings we bring to you and your kin.
Make a gingerbread, boy
Ginger-
or girl.
Gingerbread boy. Gingerbread boy.
Boy, girl, boy, girl,
Chat, do you want
boy,
or
girl.
girl?
boy,
Choose the eyes for the gingerbread boy.
Choose the eyes for the gingerbread
I already
boy.
knew how to say that. Just saying.
rectangle,
Yes. Wait, those are my eyes. Here comes a hurricane, bitch. Here comes a hurricane, bitch. Katrina,
Sphere.
Katrina, Katrina. Katrina, Katrina, Katrina. Choose the buttons. Triangle, I think. Triangle is good.
triangle,
This is what I look like. Low key. High key, really.
blue,
Choose button color.
yellow, orange,
This is high key what I look
Run,
like.
run, jump for joy.
You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread boy. That's it? I know I'm not supposed to do this, but maybe we can do the spring one.
help us grow a flower,
Ooh.
Click on the door.
Okay. I remember liking this one, but I don't remember the fairy being so scary. What do you guys want to plant? We have a bluebell, a red rose, a snapdragon, a white daisy, and a pink poppy. Yeah, poppy is
Pink
good.
poppy.
click and drag,
First,
next,
we put the seeds in the dirt. Second, we water it with water. And third,
Great job!
thank you.
wait,
Almost ready.
Ooh. Why was that my favorite one? That was the worst. I bet this one is fire though.
listen to the short you found, the short you makes this kind of sound, pump, pumpkin.
Pumpkin. I want that peanut. peanut-shaped one. This. Oh yeah.
Listen to the short you found. The short you makes this kind of sound. Pumpkin.
Let me
Pumpkin.
stop. Stop. What is Dear Grandma? I miss you. Grandparents' Day.
It's Grandparents' Day. Help Zach write a letter.
Okay. Yeah. Dear friend.
Friend.
This one goes out to you, chat. This one goes out to you. Dear friend. I'm right. You are nice.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm writing you guys this letter for Grandparents' Day. I like to play with you.
Play.
Love,
Love.
Zach. This one goes out to you
Dear
guys.
friend, you are nice. I like to play with you. Love, Zach.
That's crazy. It sounds just like me. Dear friend, you are nice. I like to play with you. That was so good. 100th day. I feel like I remember this one being bad.
It's the 100th day of school.
No,
Let's
it's
count to
bad.
100.
We have to count to it. No, that's torture.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90.
God, let it
100.
end. Oh, you can click on
10,
them. No,
20,
no, no,
30,
no, no.
40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100.
Clicking on them just makes them count again.
It's the 100th day of school today.
Yay!
It's the 100th day of school today.
Woohoo!
It's the 100th day of school. It's the 100th day of school. It's the 100th day of school today. Hooray!
Yes. That was awesome. Be my Valentine. Send a Valentine. Ooh. Ooh.
Who will be your Valentine?
It's Cleo.
Grandma.
I'm gonna send it to Cleo.
Pick a card.
Cleo likes maps, so we should do this one with the map on it.
Choose a beginning for your sentence.
Be my
Be
friend.
my friend. Connecting words such as because and connect parts of a sentence. Choose a connecting word.
Be my friend. Because.
Because. Choose an ending for your sentence.
I like you.
I like you. Choose your stamp. Be my friend. Because I like you.
That should be a good enough reason, right? How do I send it? Oh! Oh, I'm sending it! Oh! How do you think Cleo will react? Oh, she loves it.
Happy Valentine's Day.
I wish you could actually send the cards you make. Like over email or something. Be my friend. Because I like you. The turkey. Turkey. Add a hat to the silly turkey. Well, if he's silly, he's gotta wear this one. Click on the turkey to change colors. Ooh! I want stars. Pick a book for the turkey. What the fuck is that one? What could the contents of that book possibly be? The silly turkey can read. Oh, well, just because you open a book doesn't mean you can read. All about me. Who am I? Where do I sleep? Which is my toy? When is my birthday? What is my pet? Who am I? Ugh.
Who am I?
Who am I? I'm a girl.
Girl.
Right? Chat?
Girl.
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 I am a girl. Right? Why are you saying maybe?
Girl.
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 Girl. Boy.
Boy. I am 5 years old. My hair is like this. I can't even see it. That looks like mine. Go back. You can have blue hair in this game? That's crazy. my eyes, my face looks like this. I dress like this. I do not dress like that. Whatever that is, I do not dress like that. I just want to put that out there. I have no idea what I'm looking at right now. I do not. That's Bart Simpson. This is me.
Come on, let's go. Goodbye.
Goodbye? Oh. Costume.
What will I wear?
Maybe something with more swag. Ooh! Yes! 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 That's so sick. Yes. Yes. That's what I'm freaking talking about.
Yay!
Okay, now it's me. Okay. Now it's definitely me. For sure. Why can't I do anything else?
Who am I? Goodbye.
Why doesn't it let me do anything else? Why can't I do what is my pet, where do I sleep? To see full content, join? I hate this website now. Be kind. What is this? Acts of kindness. I'm proud to be me song. Oh. I swear that's not what I swear that's not what I look like. I promise. I can't. That's more like it. Yeah. Okay. No, that's nice. Why can't I ever change my eye color? Oh, XOXO. Let's see. Oh, this one has orange. Yes, that's more like me, I think. Oh, well, I can't pass up on the chicken shirt.
I'm proud to be me, but I also see you're just as proud to be you. We might look at things a bit differently, but lots of good people do.
Chat!
That's just human nature, so I will respect you for being as human as I. We'll get as we give if we live and let live, and we'll both get along if we try. I'm proud to be me, but I also see you're just as proud to be you. It's true, you're just
Stop
as
saying it
proud
sounds
to
like
be
me, bro.
To be you.
Stop. Stop. Thanks, guys. Old Commodore Gray, a little song on tolerance. What? This is so cute. What the? These cats are so cute. This one is good. I'll be that one.
Old Commodore Gray had a dog and a cat with a big bow wow and a little meow.
That doesn't sound like
They all lived together with never a spat. How in the world did they ever do that? With a big bow wow and a little meow. Meow.
No.
Bow wow.
Meow.
Bow wow.
Meow.
Meow.
The cat and the dog had a barrel of fun with a big bow wow and a little meow. Although they were different, they fooled everyone. Commodore Gray proved a lot can be done with a big bow wow and a little meow. Meow.
Bow wow.
Meow.
Bow wow.
Meow.
Meow.
Old Commodore Gray often said to the crew, with a big bow wow and a little meow. Though each man among us is different, it's true. My cat and my dog get along, so can you. With a big bow wow and a little meow. Meow.
Bow wow.
Meow.
Bow wow. With a big bow wow.
And a little meow. Meow.
That was awesome. It's saved. It's saved. Chat, I'm gonna go. I need to go to bed. The sound of me getting exercised. I need to go to bed. I'm so tired. I actually I traveled home on Christmas. And I'd never done that before, but I did not like it. I didn't like it at all. If you guys can help it, don't get a flight back on Christmas. Well, Camp Guardian, thank you for the 50 memberships on YouTube. Thank you. Yeah, tomorrow I'll be here. I don't really know what we're doing yet, but I'll be here around like 8 or 9 p.m. As I usually am when I stream. So, doing anything for New Year's? I really want to do a countdown with Cleo. But if I do, then we're gonna be doing it in Australian. So, and that's like 5 a.m. for me. But you know what? Whatever. We'll see. I would like to do it. But yeah, tomorrow 8 or 9 p.m. PST. As per normal. Yeah. Also, on New Year's Eve, I'm doing a Nikkei stream. So those are the two things I'm doing. Yeah. So I guess in the morning, hopefully Cleo, and then in the afternoon, Nikkei, I believe. Yeah, I think it'll be at like 4 p.m. PST or whatever. So, Nikkei. But anyway... Thank you guys for sitting and listening to me go. Ba 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 ba. Thank you. I had a lot of fun talking again. I'm happy to be here. I don't know who's live right now. I'm gonna check. I'm checking. On YouTube. On YouTube, Sheena is live. So I'm gonna raid Sheena. And then on twitch.tv, on twitch.tv, I'm gonna raid. Oh, Mogu is streaming. I'll raid Mogu. Mogu. Ashton is streaming also, but she is currently sleeping. And Cleo is also streaming as usual, in case you're curious. So, yeah. In case you're curious of my recommendations tonight, Mogu and Cleo are both actively streaming, and then Ashton, it looks like she's sleeping right now, so... Yeah, thank you guys so much for stopping by. As usual, I had fun, and I will be here tomorrow. Or today, depending on how you look at things. I'll be here tomorrow at 8 or 9 p.m. PST. The waiting room will be up midday. Usually I put it up around like 5 p.m. I don't know why, that's just like... I don't know, that's just how it happened. I don't know. But, yeah, thank you guys so much. I hope you guys had a wonderful Christmas, and I look forward to ringing in the New Year's with everybody. As you guys know, New Year's isn't really my thing, but I hope at least I'll get to spend it with Cleo and do the Nikkei stream, and I'm looking forward to it. Yeah. Thanks, guys! Thank you! Bye, and see you tomorrow. Xiao Hong Shu, stay truckin' fucking in, crankin' hog.